Hello. We're at this again, and we'll just dig right into it. One of the one of the dumber theories on the right, because the right loves to just toss out. It's hilarious. Like they love to toss out these like conspiracy theorists and stuff, conspiracy theories, and it's like all these like allegations and and like even people on the right are getting like frustrated with it because it's like what are you doing? And a lot of that was happening during COVID, and nothing like there's no dumber theory than the Great Reset theory. Like it was just beyond ridiculous. Like so conservatives have been telling us for years now, and even there's people on the left as well, who will basically tell us that our elites are pushing, materialism and degeneracy on people so that we become a docile population, we become obese and become fat and become, just like, porn and fast food and like sugar addicts and that kind of thing. And so we become more easily controllable. And they push things like sports and that kind of thing so that like this is like one of the anti-Semitic like theories is like Jews are pushing like sports on people to become more like easily controllable, right? And like that's oftentimes and by the way, like not everybody who refers to like elites as being like anti-Semitic or like a dogwolf or whatever. Just want to get that out there. But obviously there are quite a few times where people, a lot of times where people infer that and that kind of thing. But anyways, and it's like they spend time like doing that, saying there's all this degeneracy in our society. People like materialism and consumerism, and this is such a massive problem. And yet during COVID, they then say that the elites want to lock you out and they want to close everything down and they want to take your freedom away and they want to so that it's like what because like sports like closed down and that kind of thing, and they shut down like movie theaters, and like I guess like I understand like technically speaking you could do a lot of this stuff from home, right? Like you can watch like you can watch pornography. Not so I've heard. So I've heard that you can watch it on your phone, your laptop. So I've heard. So I've so, so, so I've been told. No degeneracy in this household. No. And you can watch like movies and sports and that kind of thing. So okay, fine, but it's like, why would the elites want to close like McDonald's and like Walmart and like that doesn't make any sense. Like, I mean, I know people are gonna be like, oh, see, Walmart made this, but it just doesn't make any sense. It's so like you can't say on one hand the elites are pushing sports on you and then also say, but you say they want you inside your home for all of eternity. Like why? Like I don't really get why that would benefit. Like I don't really get it. Like why? Like because I know like somehow like there was these big businesses that made a lot. Because I guess through like COVID like bailouts or something. Okay, but still like it's so like manipulative to say on one hand they want to just like take all your like they want to push like freedom is just something that the elites can use to control you, right? It's and they just want everybody to be degenerate and the control have their minds controlled so they can't by sugar and like porn and that kind of thing, so they can't be free thinkers like us, right? They can't be free thinkers like Tucker Carlson. That's why Klaus Schwab does that. That's why Soros does that. And then say on the other hand that they want to take away your freedoms. It's like I don't know. And that just comes across like such like a not so like theory. And then there's the whole like fucking thing where died suddenly without evidence. Anytime someone dies at all, anytime at all, without evidence, without explaining why, it's just like, there sure are a lot of people dying today. Died suddenly. Vaccinated, right? They took Jamie Foxx, who had this weird, I don't know, thing, and they just immediately jumped to, it must be the vaccine. Because before the World Health Organization pushed the COVID vaccine, nobody died. Nobody ever died. How do we know Jeffrey Epstein didn't die? Wasn't vaccinated by something? When did he die? Right, he died in okay. It's just like nobody, just like before the COVID vaccine, nobody ever died, right? It's like it just and it just has tens of thousands of likes because like these people just like the thing they do is they push it like, well, the liberal media has lied to us so much, so we must now overcompensate because that benefits us, of course, to say that every person is lying now. Every media person is all a lie, right? It's like and they always just like it's just so like they did this during like they literally said, I'm not even kidding, they literally said they'll post like a video. This is what they do. They post any at all thing that they can use to like gaslight you. Anything that kind of just is like, this is a little odd, right? To just like, it's like they would look up to the sky and be like, yeah, the sky looks blue, but you see there's clouds there, and we don't really know what's behind those clouds. So is it really blue, huh? Is it really, maybe, It's just like this, they just try so hard to point out anything. Because during the Russian invasion of Ukraine, they would show pictures of, like, Ukrainians walking in, like, McDonald's or something. And the implication there being is, this doesn't really look like a place that's in need of billions of dollars of aid to me. Quick, we should send them more aid, right? They clearly need it, It just, like, it's so, like, they actually believe that the Russian invasion of Ukraine didn't take place. They actually believe. That's what a big theory in online conservative media is. Like, that they'll show, like, an interview that Zelensky did with, like Vogue magazine or GQ magazine or something like that, where he's, like, dressed up with, like, his wife or something. And they're like, And they'll, like the tweet or the tweet. It's just, like, so obvious. It's so obvious. Like, and they did that with, like, the COVID thing, too. Because there was these, like, stupid, like, TikTok dances nurses who would do after a long, grinding, like, hard day dealing with, like, COVID. And they do these, like, TikTok, like, dances or whatever to, like, I guess, I don't know. It was it was dumb, they shouldn't have done it, but whatever. And it, of course, gets the conservative mind going, because it's like, oh, pandemic? Right? It's like, okay, so on one hand, because nurses are doing dancing videos that end up on TikTok, or that are put on TikTok, I guess that means nobody got COVID. Which is weird, because we're also told that COVID was just like the flu. Which is weird, because we're also told, well, how did the Chinese let COVID? Did COVID come from a lab leak? Or did it come from like animals? The Chinese need to explain how COVID got out. Well, we're also told that we need to close the borders because immigrants are bringing COVID in. Immigrants could bring COVID in. We need to close the airports, right? We need to close, in conservatives' mind, there's always reasons to close immigration. There's always reasons. Always reasons, right? Did a bird drop? Was it bird droppings on your car? Close the border, close immigration, whatever. Which by the way, we need to close the border because immigrants are bringing COVID, but COVID is just like the flu, and wait a second, did COVID actually happen? Because I'm seeing all these like TikTok, these nurses dancing. COVID? Hard day at work? I really hate these nurses now. It's like they'll create another. They were doing this thing where they would like show this like supposed leak from the World Health Organization of COVID variants. Next variant planned by the World Health Organization. None of this came true, by the way. None of this happened. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter to the conservative mind. Right? And by the way, the Chinese are lying about how many people have died of COVID. Right? By the way. And this was also after the Chinese have done a wonderful job dealing with COVID by checks notes, locking everybody in their homes. That was an early thesis, that the Chinese did a lot of great things with COVID. That they were very smart in wish we had leaders like Xi Jinping to save us from COVID or the flu or whatever. The thing, too, by the way, is there was never going to be any, like, type of... the fact of the matter is, like, it's a global pandemic. Like, people are going to die. I mean, it is what it is, right? Like, lockdowns was never a long-term solution. And I don't know... I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not an expert on vaccines, so... I don't know. I took the vaccine, I'm fine, so... But if I die, right, it's the COVID vaccine, so there we go. Anyways, that's me, I'm out.